I started painting when I was about 6 years old because my uncle was also a painter. And I would see him paint almost like Salvador Dali with interesting subjects. And from there I started to paint, not a lot, but in past 17, 18 years, I started to get more involved as a professional artist. And then now it's more part of my life. This is my passion. This is my life. This is who I am.
Adrián Jesús Falcón is an abstract expressionist who has built quite a reputation for himself both as professional artist and architect. His art has been published in Gallery and Studio magazine, and his paintings have been exhibited all over the world, including Paris, Italy, New York, California, Mexico, and of course his native Texas. Falcón draws much of his inspiration within the walls of his studio. Christened with the name El Tenderero, it is the oldest historical residential structure built in his hometown of Del Rio, Texas, and the Adrián J. Falcón Art Gallery recently celebrated its 14th year anniversary.
There's three artists that I really admire. First was Jackson Pollock, and the other one is de Kooning because of the history and their interest in life, and the other one is Kandinsky, Russian artist. But that's mostly my three favorite artists that I look up to them and how they suffer this career that we call art. It's very interesting right now that somebody is looking at what I'm doing, and I'm used to that, but I'm not used to expressing myself and relating to the arts. I've never done that before. The painting is going to develop soon. It will take the shape. Do I know what colors to select? No, not really. It's how the mood I am right now. And right now, the mood right now is I'm talking too much, and I don't talk too much. I'm talking, but I hate to talk, But we're doing this, Well, my background is in architecture, but the money that I make in architecture goes 100% to arts, what I love. Architecture is also a form of art because you're actually, in my case, I preserve the history of buildings because the buildings are also sculptures in a sense. By that, that's how I support my session of art, is that I invest my own money into the arts. By motivating people, and of course motivating myself, and also do what I love. That's how I make my living. It's never been a hobby. I don't consider an artist or somebody to have that hobby. You're in art because you love it or because you just want to pass the time, but for me it's the love for art. There's a lot of artists here that come from out of town that in one sense or in one part they have influenced me, and vice versa. We have to help each other. We have to support the arts. It's very, very important to support the arts. Not just because there's pictures and paintings and photography and sculptures, because the imagination is working. That's the number one thing. Imagination makes the human being more powerful. You're in art because you love it or because you just want to pass the time, but for me it's the love for art and the appreciation for the beauty and the creation or the imagination. But if my painting actually talks to you, or I made you see the colors in a very different way that nobody can teach you or explain to you, but my paintings will talk to you somehow. If I succeeded then art has worked.